This is like Mission Impossible meets Saw and some weird horoscope, but got it.
Michael, you're about to take Vanity Fair's Proust Questionnaire. You'll be asked questions in rapid succession in order to reveal your true nature. Once a question has been read out, you will have 5 seconds to answer before we move on. Once we have completed all of the questions, you will have a chance to reflect on and even correct your answers.
I accept. Let's go.
What is your idea of perfect happiness?
All of my sensory stimulating, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's going to be, a visual, audio, taste buds, physically, just everything being stimulated at one time, I think I'll be completely happy.
What is your greatest fear?
Greatest fear is being forgotten.
What is the trait you most deplore in yourself?
Being too easygoing.
What is the trait you most deplore in others?
Lack of compassion.
Which living person do you most admire?
I'm to my parents.
What is your greatest extravagance?
Maybe my shoe collection?
What is your current state of mind?
Extreme ambition.
What do you consider the most overrated virtue?
Pass.
What do you most dislike about your appearance?
That's a good one. Wait. I'm trying to think of something good because this is a good question. I'm trying to get a good answer. What is the most like about my appearance? I'm going to say...
We can go back to it.
Let's go back to that one. That's a good one.
What is the quality you most like in a woman?
I think nurturing and sense of humor.
Which words or phrases do you most overuse?
All good. All good, yeah. It's all good. I say that way too much.
What or who is the greatest love of your life?
Food.
When and where were you happiest?
I think when I'm out on the water.
Which talent would you most like to have?
I think to be able to play all instruments.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
More carefree.
What do you consider your greatest achievement?
I haven't done it yet.
If you were to die and come back as a person or a thing, what would it be?
It's between a dolphin and a falcon.
Where would you most like to live?
New York or Tokyo.
What is your most treasured possession?
I'm gonna say my car and my PlayStation.
What is your favorite occupation?
Chef.
What is your most marked characteristic?
Being intuitive.
What do you most value in your friends?
Their sense of honesty. Like, they don't care. They treat me like me, no matter what I have.
Who are your favorite writers?
Balthazar Garcian is one of them. Ta-Nehisi Coates is another.
Who is your hero of fiction?
Pass.
Which historical figure do you most identify with?
Marcus Garvey and Mandela.
Who are your heroes in real life?
My parents.
What is it that you most dislike?
I'm gonna keep it light. Okra.
What is your greatest regret?
Not investing in Sirius Radio when the stock was like $3.
The last question is, what is your motto?
I got a bunch. Turning nothing into something.
And that concludes the Proust Questionnaire.
That was pressure. Okay, got it. Okay, cool.
So how do you feel after those questions, those heavy questions?
I feel that there's so many things that there's not just one answer to, that I'm very complex, that there's like some things I'm very particular about, others, it takes a few, the answer is a combination of a few different things.
Speaking of combinations, you said that if you could die and come back as a person or a thing, you'd come back as...
It's between a dolphin and a falcon.
Why those animals?
Just the perspective of being able to fly. I think falcons are super majestic, always been into them. And dolphins are like so carefree, extremely intelligent, and they have fun, you know what I'm saying? Like they have a good time. And I love the ocean. I love being in the water.
In terms of what you most dislike about your appearance, you said...
Let's go back to that one. That's a good one. I'm comfortable in my own, you know what I'm saying, my own skin. I was like, if I had to nitpick, I don't know, maybe be a little bit taller. You know what I mean? Maybe I was like, 6'4", 6'5", maybe. I don't know.
And then you said that your current state of mind is
extreme ambition.
Is that always your state of mind or just currently?
It's always that. I think I'm always like thinking about what's next. What's the next, thing for me to solve. I like problem solving. I like challenges. I like raising the bar from one thing to the next. I think that's, it's a gift and a curse right now, especially, from like this pandemic, being kind of slowed down a lot naturally. I think I'm even more like ready to kind of like get going.
For the talent you'd most like to have, you said to
be able to play all instruments.
Any in particular?
Okay, electric guitar and like piano. I think piano and electric guitar are the two things that two instruments I would love to like master. I think those are two for sure.
Do you think you'll try?
I've tried the guitar at one point and I've tried the piano. I don't think I want to bad enough yet. I will one day when I really decide to like, all right, I'm going to do this. Because once I set my mind on something, it's like I'm pretty like dogmatic with it. So we'll see if it gets to that point.
You had two slightly contradicting answers. For if you could change one thing about yourself, you said
more carefree.
And for the trait you most deplore in yourself, you said
being too easygoing. Yeah, because like easygoing for me is like more or less like very adaptable. Like I can like be okay like anywhere, you know what I'm saying? Which sometimes leaves room for being non-specific. Like you just kind of like, it's like you kind of go with the flow with anything. It's like whatever. And that's something I was like, I kind of like sometimes wish I was very like more specific and like be very like, you know what I'm saying? Like very specific with certain things. The carefree element comes from more of a like, excuse my French, not giving a you know what I'm saying? And like, in which lends itself to being more specific. Because if you didn't really care, you wouldn't care to say the things you really cared about. Does that make sense?
You said that
being intuitive
is your most marked characteristic. Have you always felt intuitive?
Yeah, I think I kind of grew up with it. Like my intuition is crazy. My gut instinct. I've always listened to it. No, I can't say that. I'm not saying I've always listened to it. I've listened to it more as I've gotten older, but I think I credit that to 85-90% of my decisions, and it kind of leans on that.
Your greatest fear, you said,
is being forgotten.
Would you say that's accurate?
I've lost people in life, from at a younger age, to recently, and I think there's been times where people that when I was younger, I've maybe forgotten a birthday, or would go a couple weeks and not think about them. You know what I'm saying? I would feel like, if I could not think about somebody that I was that close to or had this type of relationship with, what happens, over time with other, with other things. It was kind of like more like a sense of mortality, like being forgotten, it was probably one of my biggest fears. I think at a point in time it would drive me to work hard, to leave impact, that goes beyond, my physical body. Life's short, and I think maybe this past year I've thought about it more times than not. And you just always want to, you want to do the most you can and get the most out of the time that you have, and make it count, You said your motto is turning nothing into something. What does that mean to you? I think that's something that I've always felt. It's something that I've always done. And it really just kind of like defined or kind of helped explain why we go so hard. It's like I've been blessed to have, to accomplish, things and, in the short amount of time that I've been here. And it's always about the next thing. It's about the journey, It's not about one individual accomplishment. Why do I enjoy doing what I do? Or, it's the taking nothing taking this idea, this thing, whatever it is, and creating it and turning it into something. Like, it's that journey, it's that process that I think I'm addicted to. And maybe it'll fade as I get older. Who knows? I don't know. But for now, it's just like a endless appetite.
For your mottos, you said...
I mean, I got a bunch.
What other mottos do you have?
Live your dash, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, you're born in, 87 dash, you know, whatever you're going to expire, you know what I'm saying? Just live it, live that space, you know, that's something. I heard it somewhere a long time ago. I can't remember exactly where, but it's something that I really liked. And when I read it, I was like, oh, yeah, I can get with that. And then lead by example, you know, like leading by example. Move in silence is another one, you know, you ain't got to announce everything that you're doing, you know, you just move quietly, you know. If you're the quietest person in the room, the smartest, you know, listen.
Do you think these questions overall have revealed your true nature?
Revealed? No, to everybody else? Yeah. No, I think for me, it's like self-reflection for me is something that, you know what I mean, I like to do, you know, like, you know, people that are close to me, we talk about, you know, these types of things, you know, have these discussions. I think it keeps us honest. Like, we call each other out. We create space to vent. And, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to talk it out. You can't keep it bottled up, you know? So we have healthy talks like this, you know, often. So revealing for me, not so much, but, you know, for whoever's watching and listening, you know, maybe it gives them a little bit more insight, you know, on me, you know, so yeah.